Hello and welcome to Ancient Asia. Conch is a common name given to the number of different medium to large-sized sea snails or shells. Generally those of large snails whose shell has a high spire and a noticeable siphonal canal. Stay tuned! Today we see the wonders of the conch shells and other seashells, which has turned into a high value in the aquatic industry.
A Shankha is a conch shell of ritual and religious importance in Hinduism. It is the shell of large predatory sea snail named Turbinella pyrum found in the Indian Ocean. In Hindu mythology, the Shankha is a sacred emblem of Hindu preserver god Vishnu. It is still used as a trumpet in Hindu ritual and in the past was used as a war trumpet. The Shankha is praised in Hindu scriptures as a giver of fame, longevity and prosperity, the cleanser of sin and abode of goddess Lakshmi, who is the goddess of wealth and consort of Vishnu. The Shankha is the state emblem of Indian state of Kerala and was also the national emblems of Indian princely state of Travancore, the Kingdom of Cochin. The Shankha is one of the 8 auspicious symbols of Buddhism, the Ashtamangala, and represents the pervasive sound of Buddhism. A powder made from the shell material is used in Ayurveda as a treatment for stomach ailments. In the Western world, the shell of this species is known as divine conch or the sacred chank. It may also be simply called as a chank or conch. The more common form of the shell is known as right turning in the religious text, although scientists would call it dextral. A very rare encountered form has reverse coiling, which is called left turning in a religious context, but is also known as sinistral or left coiling in a scientific context. Conch is a common name that is applied to many different species of mollusks, which are also members of Turbinella family. They are found throughout the Caribbean in warm shallow water. The best time to find conch is during the night when they come out to feed. During the day, they are usually buried in the sand. To make a hole out of shell, the tip must be sawed off of a shell about 7 inches long, so there is just a small opening about the size of a dime. In order to open the airways in the shell, a drill is needed to make a small hole into the shell. To make it more comfortable on the lips, the edges are smooth. Once completed, you press your lips against the mouthpiece gently and make a buzz with your lips to make like a trumpet. To change the pitch, the player moves their hand in out of the large opening. Talking about its types, based on its direction of coiling, the Shankh has 2 varieties. The Vamvarta, left turned as view with the aperture uppermost. This is the very common occurring of dextral form of species, where the shell's coil or rolls expand in a clockwise spiral when viewed from the apex of the shell. In Hinduism, a Dakshināvarta Shankh symbolizes infinite space and is associated with Vishnu. The Vamvarta Shankh represents the reversal of the laws of nature and is linked with Shiva. A Dakshināvarti Shankh is a very rare sinistral form of species where the shell coils or balls expand in a counterclockwise spiral if viewed from the apex of the shell. The Dakshināvarti Shankh is believed to be the abode of the wealth goddess Lakshmi, the consort of Vishnu, and hence this type of Shankh is considered ideal for medicinal use. It is a very rare variety of the Indian Ocean. This type of Shankh has 3 to 7 ridges visible on the edge of the aperture and on the columella and has a special internal structure. The right spiral of this type reflects the motion of planets. A Dakshināvarta Shankh is considered to be a rare jewel or ratna is adorned with the great virtues. It is believed to grant longevity, fame and wealth proportional to its shine, whiteness and largeness. Even if such Shankh has a defect, Mounting it in gold is believed to restore the virtues of the Shankh. In Bhagavad Gita, the name of the different Shankhas of Pandavas and Kauravas are mentioned. Then Lord Krishna blew his conch shell, called Panchajanya. Arjun blew his, the Devdatta, and Bhim, the voracious eater and performer of the Herculean task, blew his terrific conch shell called Paundram. Let's talk about the uses. One is to make a trumpet or wind instrument. One drills a hole near the tip of the apex of the Shankh where air is blown through this hole. It travels through the holes of the Shankh, producing a loud, sharp, shrill sound. This sound is the reason of the Shankh, which was used as war trumpet. To some of the helpers and friends, Shankh continued to be used in battles for a long time. The sound it produced was called as Shankhanad. Nowadays, the Shankh is blown at the time of worship in Hindu temples and homes, especially in the rituals of the Hindu Aarti, when light is offered to the deities. The Shankh is also used as base images of deities, especially Vishnu, and for ritual purification. Shankh is also used for the material of making bangles, bracelets, and other objects. Because of its aquatic origin, it has become an integral part of the tantric rites. In view of this, its symbolism is also said to represent female fertility. Since water itself is a fertility symbol, Shankh, which is an aquatic product, is recognized as the symbol of female fertility. Different magic and sorcery items are also closely connected with the trumpet. This type of device existed long before the Buddha era. Talking about the Ayurveda, the Shankh is used in Ayurveda medicinal formulations to treat many ailments. It is prepared as conch shell ash, known in Sanskrit as Shankha Bhasma, which is prepared by soaking the shell in lime juice and calcinating in covered crucibles 10 to 12 times, and finally reducing it to the power of Shankh ash. Shankh Bhasma contains calcium, iron, magnesium, and is considered to possess antioxidant digestive properties. Talking about the musical instruments, conch shell can also be used as wind instruments. They are prepared by cutting a hole in the spire of the shell near the apex and then blowing into the shell as it were as a trumpet, as blowing horn. Sometimes a mouthpiece is used, but some shells or trumpets are blown without one. Pitch is adjusted by moving one's hand in and out of the aperture. The deeper the hand, the lower the note. Pearls. Many kinds of mollusks can produce pearls. Pearls from the queen conch are rare and have been collector items since Victorian times. Conch pearl occurs in a range of hues, including white, brown, orange, and many intermediate shades. But pink is the color most associated with conch pearl, such as these pearls are sometimes referred to as simply pink pearls. Shankhini. There is another type of Shankh which is neither supposed to be blown nor kept in the puja ritual. It is called female Shankh or Shankhini. Its surface is rough and thorny. It does not emit pleasant sound. Let us now see why a female Shankh or Shankhini is not used for blowing as per the science of spirituality. There are several crisscross circles on the inner surface of Shankhini. When you blow through it, the circle creates obstruction in the interrupted flow of sound vibrations. The sound vibrations, when generated, rub against these circles, thereby producing distressing frequencies. These new distressing frequencies further activate the distressing frequencies already present in the atmosphere. Both the vibrations from Shankhini and those from negative energies present in the atmosphere gets attracted towards the place of puja and make the surrounding atmosphere impure. This is the reason Shankhini is not used in usual puja ritual. However, the worshippers following the Aghori Vidya, worship to accumulate black energy, use the Shankhini for attracting negative energies at the start of their worship. Did you like the video? please do let us know in the comment section below and don't forget to share. For more such videos, hit the bell icon to get notified. Like, share and subscribe. This is Ancient Asia.